Welcome to the Tara Talk Podcast, a place for honest and open conversations to support you in living your best life from the inside out. Join me on this journey of self-discovery as we explore what it means to reach next level badassery and cut through the BS. So tune in, stay a while, and I promise I'll be right here alongside you as we figure this shit out together. It is officially my birthday month, and I am so ready to celebrate. And as the true Gemini that I am, I love celebrating my birthday in a variety of ways. This usually means some solo time because I like time with myself, then definitely some time with Teddy, and also a chance to gather my favorite people and friends together to celebrate even more. And this year, that looks like a trip to Europe. I'm actually recording this in advance. And so I'm super looking forward to this trip to Europe. We are going to London, Copenhagen, and Amsterdam. Super excited. And then when we come back, I'm going to do a little game day with my friends. And I just love having fun and exploring and being with people that I love. Birthdays are just an excuse to prioritize that because as we get older, we all know it is hard to prioritize time with friends, loved ones, and having fun in general. But beyond the celebration, I also view every birthday as a milestone to reflect on where I've been, where I'm at currently, and where I want to go. And I love my June birthday because it's right at that mid year. It's a chance for me to reset and recalibrate if needed. It's right at the middle of the year. Like, I feel so happy to have this birthday. I remember growing up, people were like, oh, your birthday is in the summer. That sucks. No, I fucking loved it. You get to be outside and jump in the pool and go on vacations. Like, summer is so fun. Although summer in Austin maybe isn't that fun because it's already 95 degrees as I'm recording this on May 27th. So there's that. But I just want to start off with this a little bit of reflection for me. So birthdays are really special to me. And the people that are around me really know that birthdays are so special to me. It's like we get one day a year that's our own day. It's our own chance to be celebrated. But I know there's quite a few people that don't actually love birthdays, like for a variety of reasons. Maybe some trauma happened in the past. Maybe they just had a bad experience growing up. And I'm going to share kind of a sad story. And this sad story is something that I have chosen to grow a lot from. And it made me choose to love my birthday today. And so if you hear this story and think like, oh man, I feel bad for her, don't, because I've grown a lot from it. And I know that it was there for a reason for me. And it made me really choose to love and appreciate and celebrate everyone's birthdays. So that is why I choose to celebrate it in such a big way, even as I get older, like in my 30s, 40s, 50s, and beyond, because aging is a privilege. It's denied by many. And we get this opportunity to grow old. So when I was younger, my parents got divorced when I was super young, and my stepdad was in our lives, my two older brothers and myself, all growing up. And when I was a child, I every birthday I would ask for a lemon cake for my birthday. And if those of you that know me at all, I'm not a lemon person. I'm a chocolate person. I love cookie dough. I love ice cream. I just love chocolate. But I always got lemon cake because my stepdad really liked lemon cake. And his birthday's in March. And I was like, oh, if we do it again in June, like he gets to have it again. And then every year for like several years in a row, I actually really wanted him to adopt me. So I would wish on the cake. I would wish on my birthday wish. I would say to myself, like I wish to be adopted. I wish to have his last name and be a part of his family. And it didn't happen. And it didn't happen for a variety of reasons. Those are way longer stories to even share. But as a kid, you really don't understand. And as I got into my 20s, I realized that that happened for a reason. And now I'm at this point in my life, in my 20s, where I wanted to take that back. I wanted to take that wish and celebration and excitement back because I felt like I was really, because I felt like that wish never came true. And I felt very sad. And I didn't want to feel sad around my birthday anymore. And so as I got into my later teens and 20s, I decided to have the birthday that I wanted. I decided to fulfill a life that was happy and joyful and exciting for myself, but also those around me. And so each year I throw a party of some sort. There's always some sort of theme. I'm a huge Halloween fan. So
we do some sort of theme where we can dress up. But there's always some sort of activity and that we can do kind of with friends. And so it was the chance for me to take away some of that sadness I felt maybe when I was a kid and I went through some of those experiences to check in and say, that didn't define me. That doesn't mean that all birthdays need to feel sad. Um, I can and I get to age in a way that makes me feel healthy, happy, and so excited. And so I can look back at those moments of growing up and every birthday that I had and be like, I was sad then, but I don't need to feel sad now. And so when people say like, "Oh, you love your birthday, you love to celebrate so much." It's like, yeah, I absolutely do. I think it's such a beautiful thing that we get to grow older. It's such an amazing thing that we get to share this space in our life with so many people that we love and cherish. And so I am turning 35 on June 7th, which in my head feels like an age that you should, quote, have it all together. I remember, as I was getting into my 20s, there was just something about the age of 35 that felt like I should know what I want or what's next by that certain time. And while I can't believe how far I've come and who I am as a person today, I truly just have realized that every year that we get older, we are all just figuring it out. And there will never be this magical age where poof, like we've got it all figured out. And so as you start to think about these specific ages, maybe you're a little bit younger than I am, and you think, oh, I'll have it by 30, I'll have it by 35, 40. Like every single year, we're figuring it out because we are only this age at this time. And everyone is in this new phase of life and where they're at currently. So give the people around you some grace because they are only that age that one time. I saw this quote somewhere recently is like, your parents are actually figuring it out with you. They had to figure out being a parent, just like maybe some new parents out there. You're figuring it out on your own. And so know that there's no magical age, there's no magical time where it's going to be perfect and life is just going to be like, oh, I get it now. And maybe, who knows, maybe one day there will be like a light bulbs. But for me personally, and for a lot of the people around me, we're figuring it out as we go. Because the other thing that I think most of us don't really think about or want to talk about is that we can change, evolve, and grow over time. And we might be so stuck in our ways that we think this is the only way or this is who we've shown up as. But every year you can evolve. And so just reflecting on the past year, I've started a podcast, Hey, Hey, the Tara Talk. Thank you again so much for being here, as always. I've started developing a new app. I've hosted 2 international retreats. In a year and a half, I've hosted 3. Hosted my first local retreat in Austin, Texas. I've been going to therapy for over a year. And I really, truly feel like I've shown up as my truest self online and in person. And really, I remember going into year 34 feeling very uncertain. I actually hired a business and life coach last year that she really helped me see my potential and see how much there is that I can open myself up to. And while there may still be some uncertainties out there, I feel so much more grounded and connected by seeing myself kind of open up into this human being that I am so grateful to be today. And the most present thing in my life right now, and you'll hear a lot about this over the next few months, is that I am building an app. I've shared a little bit about this on a couple other podcasts, but we are building a fitness app that is going to help women open up the app and realize how much they can take up space and be themselves and be the best, strongest, most badass version of themselves. And that is a work in progress and will be this year, but that's the most present thing. And then also, Teddy and I, we live in Austin, Texas, but we are looking to find a place near an ocean and call it home. And maybe that's not home full time. We love it here in Austin, but maybe it could be a sometimes home. And so we are looking, we're trying to find different spots, but feel free to send any recommendations over. But this year has been such a huge year of community and connections. I looked at my vision board, right before this, and the big word on there is connections. And then the word right underneath that is happiness. And then right underneath that is pleasure. And I really do feel as though I've gotten so much of that already this year. So I'm really, really thankful for that. And all of the people in my growing Austin community, I just feel so grateful to have those people in my life. When I was thinking about sharing some of the lessons I've learned this year that have made a biggest impact on me, I was like, all right, I can share 35 lessons for being 35. And as you get older, that number gets higher and it gets longer. I was even thinking like when you have to choose your age online, and I'm like, oh man, okay, I'm going to be in the 35 to 40, or I'm going to be in this like other age group. And it's just, I got to keep scrolling down to find myself. And it's just funny. I don't feel old, and I don't really feel older. I just know that aging is a real thing. And so I'm going to give you 20 lessons, but they're going to be quick and to the point, of just some things that I've learned really over the last year, probably over the last few years, but we're going to make this short and quick. The number one, and this is no particular order after this, but number one on the list is you've only failed if you've stopped trying. So this one's been coming up a lot for me over the last few months in the sense that I have not failed if something didn't work. I am just going to do it slightly different for it to potentially work. So you have only failed if you stop trying. Number two, you can change your mind. How else do we grow? There's been so many instances where I feel like I've been like stuck in my ways, or I have clients that are like so stuck in their ways and like, this is it. But it's like, how do you grow without some sort of change and evolvement over time? And you can change your mind.
Hey talkers, are you ready for a boost with your fitness journey? Use code TerraTalk to save 20% off your first order of Legion, aka your new best friend for high quality supplements. Now, why is Legion the best? Because whether you're aiming to feel stronger, more energized, or just a little more badass every day, Legion's got you. Their products nourish your body and enhance your performance without any unnecessary fillers or fluff, and it's backed by real deal scientific research. Plus, they taste so good, you'll actually look forward to chugging down your protein shake. I know I do. And they offer a 30-day money-back guarantee. What's not to love about that? So, what are you waiting for? Embrace the journey to becoming the best version of yourself with Legion Athletics by your side. Head over to their website now and use code TerraTalk for 20% off your first order and double loyalty cashback on every order after. Your support through Legion helps keep the podcast as a free source of content, so your support really does matter. So head on over to Legion and enjoy the rest of the show.
Number three, oh my gosh, this is me for sure. You can stop reading a book if you don't like it. I love reading. Reading's been so beautiful for me and my imagination and just creativity. I read every day, at least once, usually once in the morning and once at night. But there's sometimes I just really don't like a book. I can stop. Gosh, there's been so many times where I'm like, oh, I don't want to stop. No, I'm going to stop the book. Number four, you don't have to feel guilty that you want to keep traveling and exploring the world. If you're anything like me at all, I'm very much, I remember an old employer used to say I was flight risk because I would always want to travel and, I would always want to see and explore. And I felt guilty that I wanted to do that. But travel has grown me in more ways than I could ever imagine. And I'm not going to feel guilty about that anymore. Guilt has come up a lot in my life in different ways, specifically with family stuff. But the traveling thing has been so interesting because I don't feel that anymore. And I'm so thankful that I don't feel that. Number five, you don't owe anyone an explanation, especially strangers on the internet, period. Number six, you don't have to follow the trends. I am not a trendy fashionista. I'm not super trendy just in general. So this one is really for me. You don't have to follow the trends just because you see it on TikTok. Number seven, you can have dessert every night. This is for you, not me. I know that I can have dessert every night. I have a Yasso bar almost every single night. You can. Number eight, wear the more comfortable shoes. Fuck. I mean, this is just a given. This goes in the don't follow the trends. Just wear the more comfortable shoes. I don't care if they look stupid. I don't care. It's more important. Number nine, girl friendships, really important. I've been a tomboy. I've had a lot of boy relationships in my life. I'm really, really grateful for the women that I have in my life today. Number 10, daily gratitude. My husband and I did do that every single night before we go to bed, but there's been some nights where we just forget or just fall asleep. So daily gratitude. Number 11, you don't have to make, quote, boring things as negative. Sometimes people will be like, oh, I'm so boring. I stay home every night and I, go to bed early and that's so boring. No. Why is that boring? That's your life. You live it how you want to. That's not a negative thing, period. Number 12, I love grocery shopping. That is just like a lesson that I've thought to myself. There's so many times where people are like, oh, save money or save time by door dashing or blah, blah, blah. No, I fucking love the grocery store. And if you haven't been to Central Market in Austin, Texas, it's the shit. I just love it there. People are so nice. Sprouts, just love you guys. I love grocery shopping. Number 13, wear the clothes that fit you. You are not meant to fit the clothes. The clothes are meant to fit you, period. Number 14, now having a strong, healthy body is way more important than a fancy car or outfit. Snaps. I'm not a fancy person. I don't have any designer, anything. I could drive around a Toyota Corolla forever. We have Tiguan, but we share a car. I don't really care. A strong, healthy body is way more impressive for me. Number 15, there are few things more special than the bond you have with your pet. And every day, every month that I just get closer to my dog, I just feel so much love. I feel so much love for her all the time. Number 16, this is new for this year, and I am so thankful that we started this. Weekly date nights, mandatory for us. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. We can make stuff at home. We can go out. We can go bowling. We've done so many fun things this year alone. We've done painting and axe throwing and ceramics and bowling and roller skating. It's just been so fun, but also just puzzle night at home and no phones is also a really great date. Number 17, with that, learning your own self-pleasure and love is just as important as the connection you have with your partner. This should be higher on my list. No order, but learn your own self-pleasure. I can't tell you how great it feels when you really are in tune and love your body and yourself. The confidence from that alone, it's incredible. Number 18, create fun things around that are quote unquote hard. For me personally, that's financial check-ins and goals. Those feel hard to me. So how can I make them more fun? We'll do some sort of brunch. We'll go out to a coffee date. I'll have a whiteboard. I'll draw things out. I'll also give ourselves, I'm saying this as Teddy and myself, we'll do something and then we'll give us a treat after we've done it. And so making it more fun so it doesn't feel as hard. Number 19, phone calls, video messages, and voice messages are better than text. Period. End of statement. I personally have just started in the past year sending birthday videos to people. It's a game changer. People love it. And number 20, it is never too late. It is never too late. My main birthday wish this year is that you all continue to show up and help me co-create my dreams by being supportive, encouraging, and love-filled community. I just appreciate you listening so much. Thank you so very much to be a part of this journey that I'm on the Tara Talk with my new app on social media. I just appreciate the every single one of you taking time out of your day to listen to me. You can do a lot with your time and your money and your effort and your love. And I just so appreciate that you give me 20 to 60 minutes once a week and listen to this show. It would mean the world to me as a big, huge birthday wish if you could share any episode, doesn't have to be this one, share it online, share it with your friends. If you do, make sure to tag at the Tara Talk and at Tara LaFerrara. We now have a TikTok as well. Share your favorite episode, review and rate us. That helps so much. It helps to grow this show. And I would love this show to get so much bigger and bolder in the next year. So I have so many ideas for the show. I have so many incredible guests. This is a free educational podcast. So the more we can share it out, the more I can continue to do it. So thank you again so much. I'm going to say happy birthday to myself and thank you for being a part of these birthday wishes and love and celebration. I appreciate you so much.
Thanks for coming to this Tara Talk. I hope you're taking something away from this episode, and if so, I would love to hear about it. You can connect with me at the Tara Talk and at Tara LaFerrara on Instagram. A few ways you can help support the show and help spread the word. You can share it on Instagram, tag at the Tara Talk and at Tara LaFerrara. Send an episode to a friend, and please leave a review if the show is resonating with you. It takes just a few minutes, and it means so much to help this show grow, and it helps me to continue to bring on badass guests for all of us to learn and grow from. I am so happy you're here and excited to be on this journey with you. Until next time, be a badass with a good ass.